today for the Bitcoin price. Dear ladies and gentlemen, I am here with the one and only Benjamin Cowen, and we have actually breaking news for you, specifically about Bitcoin. I am coming to you from here, the Saylor party. This is a big yacht. This is his actual home, his property. And you meet crazy people here. One of them, of course, one of the biggest Bitcoin YouTubers in the universe. And I'm happy to finally meet you in person. We are texting for a few years. Before we are sharing these crazy news for you, really stay here until the very end. Like and share the video. I wanted to ask you, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. And actually, you were one of the inspirations for my own channel, watching your own success way back in the day. Way back in the day.
Thank you. Yeah. And you blew up without clickbait, without anything, just with pure value. So it's a big pleasure to have you here. One of the few very legit people in the space. And let's talk about Bitcoin. Just to give a quick overview for everyone who is watching. I'm the biggest bull in the universe, maybe a bigger bull than him, sometimes irrational, who knows. But recently I was getting a little bit more cautious, and we saw why. We got a correction down. I took profits on my Bitcoin trade, 10 million US dollars. I got more cautious, and some people were laughing at me. But now we have some kind of bullish news to share with you. We will talk about predictions and what we are expecting in the immediate short term for Bitcoin. But I just wanted to tell you, this is a very, very valuable piece of content to add on top of what I was recently sharing. So can you please share a little bit about your expectations for Bitcoin, what you are seeing right now, whether it's on-chain, whether it's technical analysis, and maybe towards the end of the video, we can talk about some price predictions.
So normally there's a correction around this time, right? January post-halving year, we had 2017, 30% drop. 2021, 30% drop. Right now we're about a 15% drop. So it was a good idea to take those profits when you did. But the bullish news, I suppose, longer term, is the social risk, which basically just tracks YouTube views to crypto YouTube channels like mine, like yours, are still tracking a lot lower than 2021. So the suggestion from the social interest is that despite the fact that Bitcoin's at 100K, retail still hasn't really arrived in the same way they did in 2021. And that's actually one of the reasons why we've seen Bitcoin dominance go up for the last 3 years, right? When social interest is low, Bitcoin leads the bull market. And you know, I know that you've talked about that before. You've been basically Bitcoin only for the last couple of years up until recently, right?
Yeah, the beginning of the altcoin season, about some BNB,
exactly,
some XRP.
Exactly. And that's how you play it, right? The longer you're in crypto, you realize Bitcoin leads the bull market and the other stuff eventually moves later on. And I think that's how you have to play it, right? And so
Bitcoin even leads the bear market. It goes down much less than everything else, right?
It does. And look, at the end of the day, Bitcoin stands the test of time. It's going to be here from one cycle to another, and it's sort of the way you value your portfolio. You value it in sats, not US dollars, right?
Absolutely.
You value it in sats, and I think that's the way you got to think about it. But yeah, I think the social risk is still relatively low. And so I would watch that. If we get to the point where it's like 2021, where
game over.
Yeah, but as long as it's not there, then hopefully we can keep going up.
I agree. I mean, guys, in the end of the day, a bull market ends with retail going completely crazy. If retail doesn't even have arrived yet, then at least I can say it like this: there's a high likelihood that this bull market is not over, despite the 2-3 indications which are maybe pointing towards that. It's way more likely, also in my opinion, that's why I'm still exposed so much into Bitcoin, so much into crypto, that this bull market is not over yet. Benjamin Cowen, follow this guy, he's amazing. He's also talking about on-chain metrics. It was a great pleasure to have you here. Like, share the video if you want more of these videos. Dear ladies and gentlemen, I truly love and appreciate you, and I of course appreciate you as well. Any last words to share before we are wrapping it up for today?
Just come up with a plan, stick to it, and I think that's how you're successful in the space.
Yes. And of course, focus on Bitcoin almost like 90% of the time. I think that's a great advice also.
Correct. Bitcoin dominance is the way to go.
As always, guys, bye.